You don't have a motivation problem. You don't have a discipline problem. You don't have a talent problem. You have a habits problem. And the worst part, the habits destroying your future aren't the obvious ones. You already know scrolling for hours is bad. You already know skipping the gym is bad. What I'm about to show you goes deeper than that. These are the habits so small, so normal, so accepted, that nobody ever questions them. They blend into your daily routine completely undetected, while they quietly dismantle everything you're trying to build. And until you see them, you cannot stop them. So pay attention, because this might be the most important 4 minutes of your year. 1. Consuming more than you create. Every single day, you wake up and immediately consume. Reels, podcasts, YouTube videos, news, other people's opinions, other people's lives, other people's wins. Hours of input, zero output. And here's what that does to your brain over time. It trains you to be a passenger, a watcher, an audience member in your own life. You become addicted to consuming because consuming is easy. Creating is hard. Consuming requires nothing. Creating requires everything. The most dangerous part? You can convince yourself that consuming self-improvement content counts as self-improvement. It does not. Watching a video about discipline is not discipline. Reading about success is not success. At some point, the input has to stop and the output has to start. Here is the rule. For every hour you consume, create something. Write 1 page, record 1 video, build 1 thing, work on 1 skill. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to exist. Because the people winning in 5 years are not the ones who consumed the most. They are the ones who built the most. 2. Comfort disguised as rest. You tell yourself you're resting. You're not resting, you're hiding. There is a difference between real rest, sleep, recovery, stillness, and comfort that drains you. Real rest recharges your system. Comfort disguised as rest leaves you more exhausted than before. Scrolling for hours is not rest. Binge watching shows until 2 a.m. is not rest. Lying in bed avoiding your responsibilities is not rest. These things feel like rest because they require no effort. But your brain is still active, still stimulated, still burning energy, just on nothing that matters, and every hour you spend hiding in comfort is an hour your future self pays for with compounding interest. Here is the question you need to ask yourself every time you sit down to relax. Am I recovering or am I avoiding? If the answer is avoiding, get up, do the thing. Real rest comes after real work, not instead of it. 3. Tolerating your own excuses. This is the one nobody wants to hear. Every time you say I'll start Monday, you teach yourself that your word means nothing. Every time you say I'm too tired, you teach yourself that comfort beats commitment. Every time you say I'll do it later, you teach yourself that your future is negotiable. And the more you tolerate your own excuses, the easier they become. 1 skipped day becomes a skipped week. 1 broken promise to yourself becomes a pattern, and patterns become identity. You don't just skip the gym, you become someone who skips the gym. You don't just delay the work, you become someone who delays everything. You don't just make excuses, you become someone whose excuses always win. The only way to break this is brutally simple. Do what you said you were going to do, not when you feel like it, not when conditions are perfect, not when motivation shows up. Now, today, exactly as planned. Your future is not built by the goals you set. It is built by the promises you keep to yourself when nobody is watching. Every habit in this video feels harmless on its own. That is exactly what makes them dangerous. Consuming instead of creating, harmless. Hiding in comfort instead of resting, harmless. Tolerating 1 more excuse, harmless. Until one day you look up and realize 5 years passed and nothing changed. Not because life was hard, not because you lacked talent, but because these 3 habits quietly, consistently, invisibly stole your future 1 day at a time. You see them now. You cannot unsee them. The only question left is what you do tomorrow morning. If you're ready to take back control, comment "I'm ready" and subscribe to Ascend Daily, because the ascension starts now.